Good morning. How are you? I hope that you're having an amazing day, that you're gearing up for a lovely end of the year and for a much well-deserved fresh start into 2021. I know I'm ready. Bring it on. And that being said, I am stoked for painting eyeshadow ahead in the new year. My motivation has returned. I've really gotten excited to put my makeup on again and just kind of look ahead to the things that I can accomplish with my makeup collection. I've done a lot of soul searching about my makeup in the last couple of months because it has been an unusual year in more ways than one. I've purchased quite a bit more makeup than I typically would have just because of, being home and wanting to shake things up, have a new change and all that. And so that being said, we are going to talk about what plans are in terms of painting eyeshadow for 2021 because I'm ready. I'm so ready. So today we're going to have a little bit of a sneak peek on where I am with a couple of the palettes that I've been working on in terms of painting that palette, but I will be filming, try that again, Amber. I will be filming a formal video at the end of the year to talk about, the lessons that I've learned from the various MAC shadows that I panned. I had a really big aha moment in the last couple of days of seeing where I am with my makeup collection. So I'm excited to bring that video to you. But in terms of what I want to do next year, I'm going to be doing a hybrid style of pan that palette mixed with a dash of pan those eyeshadows. But I'm not going to do it in the traditional roulette style that I know is very, very, very popular on YouTube with a lot of different channels. I have seen this concept done before, but what I'm going to basically do is roulette style pick a palette to work on, and my goal is to hit pan in 3 shadows in that particular palette and then go on and draw another palette to get a little bit more movement through some more things in my collection. The reason I'm going to do it this way is because I like the continuity of really getting comfortable with the formula. I like to have the time to form my opinion and get those ins and outs with how those particular shades work with other colors, how they blend with other brands, since that's definitely going to be a thing if I'm roulette style choosing palettes and whatnot. So I feel like that would be the best choice for me to go on and have a little bit more variety. Obviously some video ideas because I'll use a random number app or something when I'm ready to draw another palette. And so each update will be interesting if I'm going to be working on the same things, roulette style, drawing another palette. So I hope you'll be staying tuned for that. In terms of the first couple of palettes, I'm going to go on and just choose the first couple of palettes because I'm currently working on them and it's what inspired me to do this challenge in the first place. So as we talk about where I am with the palettes, the first thing that I'm going to be working on, kind of my intro video, like I said, I'm still working on these things before the end of the year, so there's going to be a little bit of change. But what inspired this thought process for next year was panning my MAC Warm Neutrals palette. And the reason I say that is because as I started to hit pan, I've hit pan on this beautiful highlighting shade over here. And once I hit pan in the matte brown, I've also been working on this matte warm brown over here called Saddle. I thought, this is what I want, this is what I want to do. I want to have enough usage in the palette where I can tell that I've used that makeup. I can tell that I've enjoyed it, but I also still have eyeshadow where it kind of cues me into how I used it so I can remember looks and different things. And so I thought that might be a fun way. So since I'm working on Saddle right now, I'm going to go on and continue to work on this until I hit pan, and I will roulette style another palette in when I'm ready for that point. And then I've also been working on my MAC in the Flesh palette. I've been using this for a couple of different things. When I hit pan in that first highlighting shade, I moved into this kind of glowy highlighting shade over here. And then I've got a dip in this pinky peach shade. I love to wear this all over my lid. I've also been working on this cooler toned brown. And then I've started into this matte black over here. So I figured when I hit my first 3 pans in this palette, I will be ready to switch it out and try something else. So just kind of a little bit of a thought process on where I am. And then, like I said, I'm gonna, just go with what I want for this first round. And then as I choose, I'll go on and make it a traditional roulette style. But I've really been drawn to wanting to use my Lorac Pro, Mega Pro. I believe this is the third, I think. I remember when it was first released, I was so drawn to the color story in this palette. And I've been keeping an eye on trends for 2021 in terms of color of the year, kind of what's going on with color palettes in terms of home decor and whatnot. And grays and yellows are going to be particularly big for next year. And so that was another thing that led me into this palette, because it's a beautiful mix of warm and cool tones. And one of the things that I really appreciate about Lorac is once you start using the shadows, they do pan fairly consistently and quickly. So I thought, if I'm just putting out the goal for myself to use 3 pans in a palette, I've already just about hit pan in rose quartz down here. But also looking ahead at trends, I'm really drawn to shades like Mist, Glacier, Deep Fog, and this dark navy right here, because cooler tones are going to make more of a splash in terms of fashion and home decor next year. So I thought that instantly gives me a segue if I want to do some more cooler tones looks. And the other color that really kind of caught my attention that's going to be popular for next year is yellow. That's kind of a hard one for me to work into my makeup. It's not the most flattering thing that I can wear on my skin. However, that being said, I don't want to officially put it in as a pan that palette, but I will be continuing to work on what's left of my Subculture palette. And I apologize for it being so dirty. My gray shadows just put fingerprints all over this. But I thought this would be the way to really, get in and use the 2 yellow shades out of this palette. So in particular, I'm going to be, figuring these 2 out, pairing them with gray shadows, pairing them with cooler tones. We'll see what happens. These 2 shades over here, Axis and Rowdy, I have plans to basically knock these out as liners. Next year, they are getting to the point where they are, they're a little bit more crumbly than they used to be, so it's harder to work with them, wearing them in my outer corner or wearing them as crease shades. They're a little bit too deep, a little bit too muddy, and I kind of want to do a fresh, lighter approach to my makeup next year. So I thought, I've got 2 Revlon eyeliners that I want to go on and just finish off out of my makeup drawer next year that are the perfect color matches for these 2 shadows. So that's my plans to finish those. And then this beautiful shade down here called Untamed. It's like an easy greeny teal color. I do like to wear it on my lower lash line, so I figure it gives me an option if I want to wear it with a really neutral look like today when I've got 3 eyeshadow shades on. The saddle from my Warm Neutrals palette, I've got on a matte brown from my Semi Sweet Times 9, and then I just threw on a highlighting shade from In the Flesh palette to give me a little bit more progress. Done, easy. So that's where I am with this one. I am going to continue working on it. And I figure with Destiny and Electric, give me 3 weeks, I could easily knock those shades out and give me some more finished shadow out of my collection. So that's where I am. Like I said, I'm really excited about it. And the prospect of just kind of continuing on my journey to finish makeup is really exciting for me, because like I said, it's been an unusual year. I've purchased quite a bit of makeup that I would not, let me rephrase that. I would have still liked the color stories of the things that I picked up. But that being said, I don't think I would have purchased as much as I had if we had been in quote unquote a normal year, where we still would have been out doing all of our normal activities. I mean, the fact that I've been home a whole lot more and just wanting to have change, wanting to do things a little bit differently, I purchased a lot more makeup than I would have otherwise. So that's for another video, another time, another place, talking about my thought process on that. But I have had some aha moments, especially in the last about a week and a half, of realizing where I am with my eyeshadow and my makeup, and I'm excited to talk about those thoughts in another video. And I'm also curious, would you be interested in seeing a video on what made me buy different things because that's something I've also thought a lot about, especially by Natasha Denona in particular. That was where that thought process kind of started, because at first I was like, I never considered myself in her, you know, her buying demographic. I didn't feel comfortable spending tons and tons and tons of money on eyeshadow palettes, but I have picked up a few palettes in the last year and I enjoy them. But like I said, I really kind of thought through, like, why am I gravitating towards these? What is it about this brand that made me want to try it or made me want to? And then it got me thinking about other eyeshadow brands that I've picked up things from. And so I don't know, would you be curious on seeing, you know, kind of the thought process behind that? Because I know it kind of gets touched on in haul videos or favorites videos, or did I like it, did I not, or decluttering videos. They're little, you know, blips of information of people's opinions on different things, but would you want a concentrated video on that? So let me know in the comments below. And you know, that's about it for now. Things are really, really busy. I hope that everything is well with you and that you are getting ready to enjoy a wonderful holiday season with your family and friends, and that you stay safe and stay healthy. And like I said, I'll be coming at you with some videos. It's just getting the chance to sit down and film them, especially right now, since even though things are different with COVID, it is still quite busy. So until next time, take care, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Adios.